6. They were on him then, the ruins keepers. Shadows slid through the jungle. Darts filled the air, heralded by the distinct of blowguns. The soldier felt woozy almost as soon as he felt the sharp prick of the dart. Poison shot through his veins. The jungle spun, and the flood of memories from the war layered over reality. The soldier swam for his sword. He swung at a creature which was simultaneously both a snake-headed man and a young Sinian soldier. Both monster and hallucination fell beneath his blade, and the soldier thought to himself, "The jungle moss feels great between my toes." Known as the Yuan-Ti, the snake people were among the most ancient of civilizations. Their whole species had fallen into ruin. This nest was cursed to carceri alongside the Titans. Medusa's ancestors had given way generation after generation to the primitive beasts attacking the soldier now. Caught in a drug-addled memory, the soldier swung at phantoms as often as at Yuan-Ti. Around him, the corpses of serpentine people spread out in a macabre ring of death, and still they came at him. Their twisted expressions spread across the faces of enemies buried on dimensional battlefields far away and long ago from where and when he fought now. A scream started welling up in his guts then, scraping its way up, demanding to be purged from within. The poison's effect hit him full force then, and he staggered and reeled, and the scream of terror and rage burst out. Seeing the soldier's weakness, the Yuan-Ti closed in. Just before their spears pierced his flesh, the soldier spun his blade in a high arc, severing the foremost spear tips. As the metal and wood clattered to the stone's ruins, he threw his sword. It sailed past his enemies and stuck hilt up in the mud. He lowered his shoulder and threw all of his weight into a bull-rush, knocking 2 of the hissing creatures aside, and launching himself into the air, where he clumsily caught the lip of a low eave. Momentum carried him through a sloppy and haphazard flight, which ended in a muddy mess. He was grateful, though, because landing face first in the fetid puddle had cut the scream short. The soldier was on his feet then. In one motion, he spun, rescued his sword from the mud, and fled, still barefoot, into the bogs and jungles of the prison plain. Enraged, the Yuan-Ti followed, slithering through the wet swamp with unnerving grace. The soldier hurled himself forward into a stumbling run.